Hey guys, welcome back to another video of AFK Arena. This video is a correction of the video I posted yesterday around Slumber. Again, explaining that it's not easy to review this beast and to do reviews in general because obviously there is a lot to learn, a lot of tests. So that's a perfect example of the mistakes you could make. So apologies for you who watched the video yesterday. There was some mistake into it, and instead of fixing it through comments, and I've decided to edit the video again and post it. So let's get into this. Alright guys, so let's have a look at Slumber skills and first have a look at his look. Great look. I mean, sleepy beast, and obviously, you know, dealing so much damage. You wouldn't believe it when you saw it the first place. So great design here and very funny, I have to say. So we will be looking now into Slumber's skills and try to understand that. So as I told you, I had to redo this video again because obviously, I mean, things are not very clear and took me more time than I would imagine to understand and explain that to you back, and hoping that this time I'm not going to make any mistake while I do it. So let's have a look first at the Ocean Song skills and the level 0, which is very simple here. So every 1.5 seconds, or when an ally is receiving a CC, Slumber will spawn an aquatic spirit. So we will call them fishes for the rest of the video, just to be sure, you know, we all on the same page. And in this way, you can have 5 fishes that will spawn every 6 seconds. So 5 fishes per 6 seconds. And these fishes will target the enemy with the lowest health. And they will deal damage equivalent to 220% of Slumber attack rating. And this can scale up to 660% of his attack rating when Slumber managed to collect all the 16 fishes that he needs to get his 200% buff on the damage. So very strong level 0 skill, and of course targeting a single enemy. So that's something we want to be using even at level 0. The level 6 skill is about the actual ultimate attack and how Slumber is building up its energy. So he's receiving energy when an ally is receiving or resisting CC for that specific skills here. And there is another way for him to get energy as well. We'll talk about it in the trainings. And when his energy is full, he will launch his ultimate attack, which consists of 3 waves from the center of the battlefield that will deal each 300% of damage, but they will also have a knockback effect on all the enemies. And that's very important because the knockback effect is not towards the enemy side of the battlefield, is across all directions. So as you can see here, he will knock back effect. If he has enemy behind him, they will knock him back. He will knock them back, sorry, on the ally side of the battlefield. So this is a very nice ultimate skill, dealing lots of damage as well. On the level 12 here, we have an additional, let's say, effect or CC that is added to that ultimate attack, and that was a bit of a confusion when I read the description, but now that I think about it, I think things are clear. But the idea is to say the enemies that are hit by the last wave will be trapped in a bubble for 3 seconds, and when they are in that bubble, they will be dealt 40% more damage by everybody, and they will take an extra 40% of beast damage on top of it, right? So getting more damage from this, I mean, when you are trapped in a bubble is something definitely that we want. Now, it is still very unclear from the test I have made if when they are in the bubble, they are completely, you know, unable to move. This is not something I have been able to prove. Maybe you guys were, but we've noticed, if you see in the recording I'm sharing here, some enemies are stunned when they are in the bubble, so it's a bit hard to completely iron that. But in any case, what is important here is the extra damage that the enemy is taking when they are in that bubble. And finally, for the level 18, here you have an extra fish that will be spawned when the enemy is trapped. It has nothing to do with the fish that we have at level 0. This time here, every time an enemy is trapped, Slumber will spawn 1 fish for that specific enemy that will be dealing 10% of the enemy's damage, 10% of the enemy's max health as damage. And this can be maxed out to, I mean, there is a limit of 600% of slumber attack rating. So if you have 3 enemies that are in the bubble, then you will have 3 fishes that will each attack their originated enemy, let's say, and deal 10% of their max health in damage. So that's, or making them lose 10% of that max health to be more accurate. So very, very strong skills from Slumber here, because we can see he's all about damage dealing, and I think it would be obvious that he's the strongest beast in terms of damage dealing that we have so far in the game. Now, let's have a look at his training skills. So the level 3 skills here is all about buffing Slumber, right? So Slumber will get a buff of his attack rating equivalent to 15% of the originated hero. So I will call it the link hero. Remember, every time a hero resists CC or receives CC, there will be a fish that will be spawned, and that is what we call the linked or originated hero. So if, let's say, he's with Rem, and Rem is fully buffed, and there is a CC that she receives or resists, then they will spawn a fish, and that fish will be giving Slumber, when he collects it, 15% of Rem's attack rating. Obviously, there is a cap of how much buff Slumber can get, and this is capped to 60% of all the heroes' initial attack rating. So here there is something to understand. If you have a team that is buffing itself during the fight, it will only help you to get Slumber quicker to his max buffer, right? So, but the buff that Slumber will get eventually, the total buff that he will get, will be the same as the beginning of the fight, because it doesn't really matter how much attack they gain during the fight, because the total amount will be the same from the beginning. So you have ways to play him. You can play him with a team that is quickly buffing themselves, so that Slumber will go quicker to his max buff and then deal more damage quicker. And if you have a team that is resisting but still have decent attack rating and buff rating, stats at the beginning of the fight, it will still do its job. So he's, again, playing well in many different circumstances, and we love that. The level 9 skill was one of the toughest for me to understand, to test, and to replicate. So apologies again if you watched the video yesterday. This one is a correction of that. So here is when any ally doesn't receive or resist a CC or limitation for 5 seconds. So it doesn't mean that you get it and you don't touch. It's that you really don't receive anything. You're not targeted by any of these attacks for 5 seconds. Then Slumber will spawn a fish every 2.5 seconds. So if you have 3 or 2 allies in the battlefield that are not receiving or resisting CC for 5 seconds, you will still only get 1 fish every 2.5 seconds, right? You're not going to get 3 of them. And that was one of the confusion I had yesterday, because it's like, for me, if the whole team, and you're playing against a team that is not giving you CC, and you have your 5 heroes and no one is receiving any CC here, then you will have 5 fishes that will spawn every 5 seconds, basically, right? And that's not the case. So you only get 1 fish every 2.5 seconds, which will be every 5 seconds if they don't get any CC, and that's it. So it's not about having multiple fish at the same time. However, this is great because you get another balance here, because it's not only going to work for him, because he also gets energy from that. So if he's playing against a team that is dealing heavily CCs, so he will get his energy as well from the skills in the training, in the Ocean Song. But if he's playing against a team that is not dealing much CC during the fight, he will still get energy from the training skills and get his ultimate attack off. So again, we like that he can play in very, very much, different teams and contexts. So this makes him even easier to put in teams. And finally, the level 15 skill is all about increasing Slumber critical rating and critical damage amplification and critical rating. So here it's going to be, again, 15% of the link hero, same as level 3, and this cannot exceed 120% of all initial ally attribute. So guys, definitely a great beast here. As I told you, it's in my wish list now. We're going to be getting him after that, and we're going to be, trying to get him hopefully above level 18. but I think that this piece will do great, great, great. I'm excited to see what it will do in the coming Abyssal Expedition, so stay tuned for that. I'll give you my feedback. But once again, thank you for watching this. I hope this was useful. Now let's get into getting Slumber and summoning it, and we will see how it works. As I told you, now I have Slumber in my wish list, and I think it's going to stay like this for quite some time. I have the Lion, very close to completing him, Talisman, and Slumber for now. So let's get our first copy of Slumber from the Spice, and we'll be able to use him in the crystal level to get to level 18 directly. Let's use the Resonance, and I have 47 copies. That's so satisfying. So now I'll have my Slumber transformed and reach level 18. We'll do the training next, and after he's trained and got all the training skills that we already discussed, we'll go back to summoning it. Hopefully we'll get some copies from it. Okay, we have our Slumber trained. Now let's try to get more copy of it. As I told you, this is my wish list. Let's go and lure him. So I have around 7,400, so that's okay. 74 will be thrown now, and let's see how we can go. There we go, a first copy of Slumber. That's the last one. Yep, got a piece for that. And that's Talisman. All right, so let's have a look at what we managed to get here. So for the Lion, I got 1 extra level. For my Talisman, I'm still focusing on the strength part first. And for Slumber, the good thing about Slumber, if you look at it, is that it's actually increasing the same type of specs almost for every let's say type of hero. So strength, you get HP, attack, and def. You get the same for intelligence base, and you also get the same for agility base. So it's always HP, attack, and defense. So I'll go with every time is 8.5%, 8.53% for attack. This is what is increasing the most. I'll start with the agility base, and then we'll get next. So we have Slumber at level 18 now. Is it getting into my resonating crystal, as you can see here now. So this was good. I'm very excited and see the potential about Slumber. How many spice I have? Yeah, 25. It's still good, so I can save these. I've got my Lion close to a level 30. I think I only need 1 copy of it. So overall, it was good. I mean, I used a lot of baits and I was luckier on slumber drops. Let me know what you think in the comments about the drop rates here. As always, for the beast, it's not the best you could always wish for. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like the video if you did and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.